Hey guys, so I'm doing something a little different today. Heading to Vasquez Rocks, and you may not have heard that name before, but you've seen the rocks before because they have been used in countless movies, TV shows, music videos. They were where Captain Kirk fought the Gorn on Star Trek. They've been used in several Star Trek movies, I think, Michael Jackson videos. But the area around the rocks is actually what I want to explore today. I've shot the rocks a bunch of different times. There's a whole really cool area with lots of cool smaller rocks and everything that are sticking up and just some really cool terrain. So that's where we're going right now. The sky's pretty cool. There's about 50% cloud cover, so maybe we'll get some nice sunlight. I don't know about a sunset. I think it's going to be probably too cloudy for that, but who knows? Never know what you get. So let's go check it out. Hey, so here we are. This is the iconic Vasquez Rocks.
I think that I'm going to hiding somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade.
So we're getting some spots of sunshine. It kind of comes and goes, and it's not hanging around for very long, but it might be just enough to get that interesting light shining on some of the rocks. We're heading over to an area further away from the rocks, and I know that there's some interesting smaller rocks over this way, so I'm gonna go see what's over here.
We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Yeah, I won't let you down.
So they're few and far between, but we have some of these bright yellow wildflowers out here, and what I'm hoping to do is find some that can be isolated to use as a foreground element, and some of these cool rocks in the background. So let's keep our eye out for that, see what we can find. There's a lot of really cool lines and textures in these rocks up above us here. We're gonna head up top there and see if we can find some kind of composition that includes those. Really cool. If you're wondering why I'm out of breath so much, that's why.
I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Oh, I won't let you down.
This is pretty incredible. I don't know how I've never come up this way before. I've always stayed to the other side of the park. All along, all the good stuff's over here. This is awesome.
Cause it's too late. I could be the one who saves you from this place. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me, find me, find me.
I'm discovering that this is harder than it looks. There is amazing scenery all around me, and struggling to come up with compositions. I guess that's what really sharpens your skills as a photographer, is doing things you're not used to doing. So I'll just have to keep at it. So just as I was talking about how hard this was to find a composition, I found this cool, interesting flat rock right over here, and some wildflowers right next to it, and then those amazing rocks beyond And here comes the sun. So I'm doing something a little different now with this shot. I'm gonna do some focus stacking. And focus stacking is where you take two different shots, one with your foreground in focus and one with your background in focus. And that usually works best when you have a lot of distance between the two elements, but you want everything in razor sharp focus. And especially useful when the foreground element is really close to you, because otherwise it's really hard to get your depth of field that deep and that far away from you to get everything in focus. So what you do is you take the focus from both shots and you blend it so that everything's nice and sharp. I'm shooting vertical orientation. I had to rig it up kind of funny because my L bracket is not working so well right now. But I like how the nice long lines lead right up to the rock on top there. F11, I want to keep all the rocks and everything nice and sharp, get a really deep depth of field. And just going to sit here and wait a little bit, and hopefully that sun will come back out. Decided to come around to the other side of the area here to where the iconic shot is, and this is the view that most people are used to seeing. And I've got this cool little spot. This is kind of like my little niche in the rock here. It makes kind of a cool U shape that really frames up the rock really nicely. The unfortunate thing is we don't have very good lighting. Actually, the best lighting over here is in the morning, because in the evening all the good lighting is on the other side of the rocks. So what do you do when the light's not very good but the texture is? You go black and white. So I'm going to try and get a nice black and white of this spot. Thanks for coming along with me today. It's been a lot of fun, and hope you join me on the next video. Hit subscribe, hit like, unless you hated the video, in which case hit your power button on your computer. Just kidding. Catch you in the next video. What am I saying? Catch you next time. Bye. So since we don't have, so here we are, day 17. I haven't exposed any film today, but I'm gonna leave the camera overnight, come back tomorrow. Just kidding.